it's Lauren. I wanted to kind of show you in this video the gardening that I've been doing this month, which involves a lot of repotting, propagating, and it features quite a lot of new plants. I move plants around very often, unless I shouldn't. I mean, I shouldn't anyway, but unless the plant is really resistant to it, I'm not going to move it. But I pretty much removed all of my plants around. I got several new plants. So let's show you what I've been doing this month. It might be a long video, I apologise. So here we are in my garden. All of the herbs have been moved into this section. So I've got a new planter here as well that I need to move, some empty pots. I got some with soil. So I just need to kind of move things around. Here is the mint, that was where the strawberries are, and I'm just taking them out so I can move them into my corner. My grandma's basically banished me to a corner of the garden and I've overtaken that corner. So this is one of my new plants. It's a mixed aloe vera variety, and I'm just kind of going to be moving it into this new pot, and it's going to be indoors. So as you can see, it's a bit root bound, so I'm going to be taking off these little bits and I'm going to repot those. There's quite a few of them, and then I'm also going to be just taking the roots out a little bit and spreading them out. And I just want to quickly apologise if I sound sick today. I am a bit sick, I've got a bit of a cold, so I hope I don't sound too terrible today. So now I'm just kind of putting the little bits that I broke off the big piece, and I'm just planting them all into these little bits here. I hope they do okay. I have no idea if I'm doing it right or anything. I'm just kind of sticking them in soil, not watering them just yet. And then I'm going to be planting some purple basil in the last section, and then also into another bit. And now we're back outside, so I'm going to put the giant English lavender into a pot. Here are some of the propagations. I'm going to put the mint into that planter. This is my honeysuckle and that weed. No idea what it is, but as you can see, the honeysuckle has actually got some growth on it. Very, very exciting to see that. And then you've got my oregano. It's doing too well. It's overgrowing pots really, really quickly. It's ridiculous. So I'm going to put that into one of these black pots. And then the other propagations and bits and bobs I've got in here, we've got a tomato plant, so I'm going to put that into either that one or that pot, the blue one. And then I've got some English lavender to plant elsewhere that I got on sale. So very excited to plant all of these. This is my other oregano plant. Apologies for the fact that my phone decided to film in portrait mode. Just frustrating. It happens a couple times in the video and I have no idea why my phone is so silly. But this oregano isn't doing very well. It's just shriveling up a lot, and there is some actually new growth near the bottom, but I've no idea why it's doing so bad. Like, that one's doing amazing, so I potted that one, and this one's just doing so bad. I don't know what to do with it. And then we've got that sage plant, brand new plant, and then another oregano propagation. So I'm just going to be putting all the sage into one pot. So there's some more oregano. I'm going to be moving that. So that's all doing really well. So I'm going to move those elsewhere. My purple sage, it looks dead. It looks so dead. But yeah, I'm going to just be moving stuff around. And then you've got my tricolour sage just there. So here is the sage planted. It's just a common sage variety, and it's a really healthy plant. It was pretty cheap to buy as well, so I'm very, very happy with that find. So here and here I'm going to be putting some garlic chives, which are in that pot over there at the moment. So I'm going to plant those here. I just want to point out in this video I run out of soil so much. It's ridiculous. Some of this video I was at home alone and soil is heavy, okay? So usually I ask my grandparents to take me to the shop so we can, in the car, you know, to bring it back. So I run out of soil a lot, but here's just a general overview. Here are some of the propagations and the mint. I completely forgot I had to put liners in that planter, but that's just a general overview. Here is my current bedroom windowsill. It does change in the future. And then that's in the bathroom, and these are also in the bathroom, but I'll go over those in more detail. This is the purple basil, the other pot, and as you can see, in a weekend it literally started sprouting and I got so excited. And that was it after about a week or two, I think, and they've grown even more now. It's so exciting to see them actually grow. The one in the bathroom isn't doing as well because of the lack of light, obviously, but I do move those both to the windowsill later on. And this is just a quick little thing, but we recently got a new garden feature fountain that we made, and I just think it looks so cool. It just looks like blood, and it looks awesome, I think. This is a new plant. I bought 2 of them and they are chocolate mint. Like a chocolate mint variety. I was ecstatic when I saw this at the garden centre. Like, chocolate mint plant? Who even comes up with these things? I just thought it was amazing. Then we've got the lavender on the next row with some oregano propagations. 2 of the lavenders died, and here is the rosemary. Again, we're in portrait now because my phone's stupid, but my rosemary has grown a lot. I'm going to attempt to propagate that bit because you can see some roots sticking out, so I'm going to plant that and see how that goes. But it's grown a lot taller. It's taken a while for me to actually see growth, but you see here that the bottom bit is like a brown and then the top bit is has more of a white coloured stem. and it's grown that much. Honestly, I can't believe I didn't notice before. And then here is my tomato plant, and it's growing. I thought for sure it wasn't going to survive. Tomato plants don't always do well in the winter, so we're going to see how that goes, but it's not moving from that pot. And then this is the English lavender in my giant pot. It's doing really well actually, and it's got some really nice flowers on there. It's very pretty. I love it being in a giant pot. I don't like lavender in tea though. I've got some really nice flowers on this one. It's very pretty. So here is my marjoram. After putting it in this little section of this pot, it's doing really well. It looks really cute, I think. It's doing so well. I don't really use it as a herb. You do have some roots there, so I could propagate it, but I don't really want to do that right now because I don't really have the space for another one, and I'm just going to let it do its thing. And then here is the oregano plant at a later date, you know, the one that looks like it's dying. But as you can see at the bottom, it looked like so much growth near the bottom. So there are lots of new growths happening, so I might just chop the top bits off at some point, maybe next month. But it's still growing, so I don't really know what the problem is with the top. Like, is it not getting enough sunlight? Because that particular corner is a bit shady, I guess. I don't know. I've never seen anything like it. So this is my common time, or whatever you want to call it. It's the normal time plant. It's doing really well. So this is why I'm confused about the oregano, because this is clearly getting enough sun and it's a lot smaller, but it's doing amazing. I'm going to move it into a bigger pot. And then here is one of my lobelias. I decided to move it into a different pot, 2 different pots actually. So that one wasn't getting enough sun, and then the other one, which I've put over there, was getting too much sun. So I've swapped them around because it was on my windowsill, that one, so that they get different amounts and stuff. Here is the common sage at a later date. There is so much growth going on, like new growth. It's doing fantastic. And here's the honeysuckle. So from last time, we've got this bit in the middle that's completely brand new, and some new leaves at the bottom. Really exciting. And yeah, there's no change to the purple sage, even like 2 weeks later. My grandma told me a trick about knowing if a plant is dead. You snap a bit off of the thing and then you look at the wood inside, and it looks like it's still alive. It's not dead completely. At least the wood isn't inside, but the leaves are dead. But the actual plant itself is still alive. So I'm going to leave it and see if I'll get any leaves like the honeysuckle. There's a possibility. Okay, there's a possibility. And then here's the tricolour sage. Something has been eating the leaves, and I am furious, and I have no idea what it is. I hope it's not the same thing that I was having trouble with the basil, but something's going mental. And then these are some propagations. There's the rosemary, and that one is the lemon thyme. I decided to propagate it for my mum. So she really wanted to try the lemon thyme because she actually uses herbs quite a lot. And then these are some more alpines slash succulents. So that is Makinoi, and you will see that later in my bedroom. I just wanted to move stuff and propagate it into, well, I did that outside in the garden. So I got 2 of those. And then I'll tell you the names of these later because I can't remember, but they're all propagations. And I let my grandma keep the big versions. And then we've got some succulents, really, really cute. And then a Gaster aloe. It's Gaster aloe because the pot's there. And then we've got the Gaster aloe propagations, I guess. And I just stuck them into that pot there. And then we've got a mini one there as well. So here are 2 new plants. These are apple mint. They're a variation of the mint plant. I love finding new like different variations of mint. They're very sweet smelling and they actually smell like apples. The normal peppermint is doing good, loads of growth at the bottom, doing pretty well, and I think it's gotten taller, so I'll show you that in a moment. Yeah, it's gotten quite tall. And then there's some bunting in the background that I actually made. And you'll also see a sign in a second that says, "Gardening so exciting, I wet my plants." So I moved the oregano into over here in this little space. So they were in that planter. And then I moved the thyme into that little cauldron. It's a trick or treat thing from Hobbycraft. It was £3, but it makes an amazing planter. So I bought 5 of those because I thought they'd be perfect. So this is my current bed windowsill in my bedroom. We've got the aloe vera. The basil has now grown a lot, the purple basil, so I had to move it into 2 pots. The normal basil, I guess you could say, is doing fairly well, I think. And then I have lavender in my room now as well. And then we've got some alpines slash succulents, a lot of succulents going on in my bedroom. So this is called Makinoi. I love it. I love this little drapey thing going on. I absolutely love it. And it's just so cute. I love it so much. So moving on from there, down here we have some candles and more plants. So we have 2 different succulents here. I need to figure out what's going on with that leaf. It might be too wet. These are money trees, and I propagated those from some that my grandma has. This is an aloe. This is a gaster aloe, and this is the pot that the gaster aloe was in. This is actually, well, I'll put the name on the screen because I can't remember, but it looks absolutely adorable. So that is that next to my ghost candles. Absolutely love it. And then moving on, here are my little duck collection. And my marshmallows and everything. Slight detour. This is for my friend, and it says, "Even you can't kill me." And then there's a little star, and on the back it says, "No, that's not a challenge," because my friend's not very good at planting and stuff. So we've got 3 little succulents here that were from my grandma's caravan. So I just propagated them and I brought them home, and we've got some more next to my bed. So we're in the bathroom. We've got some more succulents here. We've got a variety, but I have no idea what they're called. And we've got some aloe vera. I'm not quite sure what's going on because I've just checked on it, but it looks like some of the propagations aren't doing very well. This one and that one's just dead completely. Okay, that's nice to know. And that one's dead as well, so I'll take those away. But the others seem to be doing fine, I think. And this is some gaster aloe, which I propagated from this one. So it just says succulent there, but it is called the gaster aloe, and it looks adorable. So this is a new plant. And then just here in the bathroom we've got more makinoi. I'll put the names on the screen of these other items. So this one, and this one, they're all propagations, and I cannot wait to see if this one grows. Hopefully I'm propagating the plants right. And then of course we have this beautiful aloe vera. It's a mixed variety. And then we've got some more gaster aloe propagations. This gaster aloe is quite spiky. So we've got 4 there in this pot. So that is the plants in my house. Just a quick update on the honeysuckle. It's doing fantastic. I attached it to the trellis at the top so it could keep growing. Really doing amazing, as you can see. And then I just thought I'd give an update on the olive trees as well. They're changing colour. As I said, they're not my plants, but I'll only do updates on these plants. You know, if there's a change, and there is today, the olives are turning purple. So I think they are black olives. You've got a big one in the background just there. So I'm so excited to actually see a difference in the olive trees. And then the other olive tree, there are no changes at all whatsoever, which you'll see just in a second. But that is it for this video. I do hope you guys enjoy. I'm going to be doing plant videos like this once a month maybe, so I will see you in the next one.